which values do you think are essentials for your work? And which values do you think are essentials for the work of choreographers or dramaturgs or dancers?
Values.
Values, yeah.
First for me?
Yeah.
I think one of the values I'm working from is that, in my opinion, there is more than one truth. It's really essential to realize that there are different ways of seeing art, creating art, perceiving art, and that art can have different functions. So there's definitely more than one truth. There's not one aesthetic superior above the other, and there is not one audience behavior superior above the other. Art can have different functions, socially, visually, politically, and different truths can live next to each other. For me, that is essential. As a person, professional watcher, reader, feeler, I think it's really important that you position yourself all the time, so that you can open up the different perspectives, different truths that are hidden inside that which is presented for you. And if you ask me what is a kind of general value choreographers or dramaturgists should work from, I think it's important that everybody creates his or her own set of values. But I hope that for most of the people, the audience is an important partner. The people, few or a bigger amount of people that in the end will be in dialogue with that which is presented. That's a strong hope. And again, one of my values, one of my beliefs, that the audience and audience members are as autonomous as the artists, that they are partners, that they in the end are co-owners of a work, and that they have to be taken very seriously.
So, which is your main focus when you work with dancers or choreographers or dramaturgs? Because this morning you said something about trying to find focus, or focus is very important also when you're dancing. So in your work, what do you think about which is the main focus?
I think bringing up the awareness. So your ability to feel, to see, to take in information, and to process that into questions and possible insights. Yeah, I think when I work with dancers or actors or singers, when I work with choreographers or colleague dramaturgists, but also when I talk with other collaborators, audience members, I like to see if together in that conversation we can bring up the awareness of the hidden potential of that what is shown to us, of the context of that specific moment, body. Yeah.
The difference between looking and observing something. So, how do you think it should be possible for dancers or singers, actors, choreographers or dramaturgs make a step forward from the first one to the second one? So from looking or to observing with more attention something?
It's not that difficult. It's telling yourself that it's normal that we tend to narrow our visions because we think we know what we see. So perhaps the main question is the ongoing invitation towards yourself to look again and again and again. And becoming aware of the things that you tend to miss, or becoming aware of the things that you tend not to see because you think they are ugly or not meant to be there. Or so I think it's related to this awareness that we tend to narrow down things when we look at things, and the ongoing invitation to look again and look differently. Constantly reminding yourself that this is important when you want to develop as an artist. Yeah.
Okay. You talked about the responsibility to be, and also the awareness to be a choreographer or an artist. In your opinion, what do you think, which is the difference between the awareness of a dancer or a choreographer or a dramaturg? So there's a difference, or
between these three groups, you mean?
Yeah, exactly. The responsibility between these groups.
So if we talk about responsibility, in the end, I think the main responsibility that you have as an artist is to understand what you want to embrace as your responsibility, because you can embrace the responsibility to create a next work that is very close to yourself, a work that is able to open up to others, to I want to renew my art form, to I want to bring dance into territories where it isn't visible yet, I mean, everything is valid. There's not one responsibility that you should embrace. Yes, there is one responsibility that you should embrace, and it's that you choose, that you focus, that you know where you want to be responsible for, what you want to embrace, and then taking that very seriously. So I think the main thing that I ask when I work with people is, can you become aware of that, what you could embrace as part of your profession and your responsibility, and then can you choose? And there are a lot of different choices that you can make. Every choice is valid, but can you choose, and can you become aware of the effects of that specific choice, and can you live up to it? Is there a difference between dancers, choreographers, dramaturgists? Every person is different. I know dancers who embrace a responsibility that is much wider than some choreographers who need to withdraw to a certain degree in order to deliver their work, and take a different responsibility towards the art form than, for instance, some dancers do, and the other way around. And the same with dramaturgists. I mean, I'm known for the fact that I like to think in circles, and as a dramaturg I like to touch all these different circles, from the personal development of a choreographer to the product, to the audience, society, But it's not the one and only way to work. There are thousands of ways to work, so it's difficult. There is not an answer to that question. The main thing is we all have the responsibility to choose. And because of that, we will focus and we will create quality.
How has changed your relationship with the dance or with the dance world from the beginning of your work?
From the beginning of my career?
Yeah, exactly.
It's a fluid thing, of course. I mean, I was an amateur dancer. I went to a school to be trained as a dancer and a dance teacher. I started to perform and create my own work. People started to call me, instead of a dancer, an actress, a performer, a singer. So people came, influenced me. I worked in different disciplines next to dance, both as a performer and as a maker. And because I started to reflect more and more and started to have dialogues more and more, at a certain moment people gave me the title dramaturg, which I am now more than a performer. I'm still a creator, of course, I'm still an artist. But I'm also a festival director these days, which for me is another way of creating. So it's an ongoing love affair that I have with dance. And like in a mature love affair, you have moments that you know you renew your relationship. I think the most significant thing that changes now is that because of my age and my position, people start to perceive me differently. So I have to work harder in order to have equal conversations. Of course,